The following channeled message is brought to you by the Divine Love Sanctuary Foundation. The Foundation's mission is to awaken humankind to the wonders of divine love and to be channels of love, peace, and healing for our planet. Now, another celestial message.
Beloved and beautiful souls of the earth, may you come to know the great essence of God that will ignite the awakening of your soul in love. I am Orion, and I come to speak of something that may interest you. For many have wondered about the origins of life upon your planet and the origin of life in the universe. Indeed, all of you understand that the great creator of all created this universe. Out of nothingness came everything. The great potentials of life were created instantaneously by God. Of course, the planets and the workings of the galaxies and all that is in the firmament of God's creation rely upon certain laws and principles of evolution and expansion and creation. These things your scientists have come to know from a material point of view. But indeed, creation is multi-layered and multidimensional. Thus, your scientists do not fully understand what is in the universe, and yet they begin to have inklings and some perceptions as to the complexity of creation. When your planet was formed, and your scientists are well aware of the many eons of time it took to create an adequate environment for life to begin. But when that environment was achieved through the expressions and actions of the laws pertaining to creation, then God set about through his angels, those who are designated to help foster life, started to create life upon your planet in rudimentary ways, which, again, your scientists have come to understand. But indeed, with each planet where God is fostering life, there is a certain pattern and certain template that is followed. Now, the expressions of this life will vary from one planet to another to some degree, but generally, what is planned is somewhat similar to other planets. And the timing of this outpouring and evolution of life is dependent upon the way in which the world that is designated has come to be. An environment that is in harmony and in alignment with God's plan. And so you live upon a planet that is the outcome of many eons of effort, of evolution, of expression, of life. And when that expression of life came to a certain point, then God made it possible for humanity to exist. And this blessing of existence in itself was the result of God's intervention and creation of humanity. Though you may say that humanity has come from a very long line of evolutionary processes, to some degree this is correct. But the actual individual who possesses a soul, who is human, did not come directly from this evolution, but only that the evolution was the forerunner to what God had intended all along. And thus humanity was created by the gift of a soul within a being that existed as a result of evolutionary processes. But that soul came instantaneously and came to what you call the first parents, the first to receive this gift. And indeed, with this gift of soul, certain changes and certain aspects of how humanity looks and is upon this planet were given as a gift and sprung forth as from this gift of soul. And this has happened in every planet that is inhabited by beings who possess a soul. Indeed, God's plan is that all planets that have the possibilities of life will come to that point where it will be seeded with individuals with souls. And that seeding will come about because of God's intervention and plan to bring souls into creation, into reality. Now, all of these souls have existed before within the realms and dimension of soul existence, but they did not have a physical body. And they were created 2 by 2 together, being soulmates, as it were, and then divided in half to exist upon the material plane. And in some time in the future, through their spiritual progress, will come together once more, except they will be individuated. So you see, the world and everything in the universe is part of a great plan, a forward movement of creation, evolution, progress, change, all aspects of God's plan and God's laws in motion. And you will come to understand these things in a deeper way as you grow in the Father's love, as your souls acquire more of this love and are transformed by it. Thus, your perception of these things will deepen, and your ability to understand them will grow accordingly. But I have laid out a very rudimentary description of evolution in harmony with God's plans and God's laws. So you see that the story of the first parents has its validity. And yet there were aspects, creations before the first parents that evolved with the prospect of being worthy vessels for souls. This process continued on for many thousands of years until the appropriate vessel had evolved sufficiently for God to add a soul to it. And indeed, this happened upon your earth and many other planets, and will continue to happen upon many more planets. For God's plan is eternal progress, eternal expression and evolution of His firmament, His creation. And so you will come to know others like myself who have inhabited other planets and who are cognizant of the history and laws of creation, because we have a soul that is well developed and has the perceptions capable of knowing these things. I know these truths are a great mystery to many, that indeed within your descriptions of the Bible, etc., that creation was of a certain type and expression that helped simplify for humanity understanding from whence they came. But indeed, this simple understanding is inadequate to the truth, and that humanity must come to realize that indeed they are a special creation, but indeed they are also a part of the great firmament of God's creation, be that of an animal nature, and still have within them the potentials and possibilities that far surpass this nature and the complexities of a human body. It was always meant that humanity would advance beyond these animalistic expressions, and that indeed they will in time. You will in time. Your progeny will indeed in time come to that place of great progression, of shifting from a purely physical body possessing aspects of the spirit and the soul into a being that will be fully integrated with all of these aspects in a conscious way. Upon my planet, this has already taken place, where all have come to that place of full integration, and do so upon birth. But you are far away from this now, my beloved friends, and yet we observe you with keen interest to see how you continue to struggle towards greater light and greater truth, and to accomplish this intended progress towards full integration of your being. It will come, my friends, and indeed, God is preparing the way so that progress may be swift, that humanity may shift beyond this very material perspective and expression to something that is not as material, or at least in the way that you see it now. This is coming, and it's coming soon. And so I give to you this information to help you understand that progress will take place. And indeed, as you see your world and your being from this material, mindful place, that in time, your consciousness, your experience in life will change quite dramatically from this condition to that of what is intended by God. Of course, free will have a great deal of influence upon the timing of this. Some of you will accomplish this readily, where others will have a great deal of challenges in order to accomplish this. And yet, progress is inevitable, for this is the law in action. And so you will progress, my friends. And so we are witnessing and continue to witness your personal progressions and the outcomes of your efforts to be close to the Creator, to understand your own soul, to understand the power of love to transform your soul, to understand what this transformation means and how it will be expressed. There is much for you to learn, beloved souls. There is much for you to experience. But you continue with great faith and trust in the process, in God, and God's plan for each of you. And in seeing this, we are quite joyful, and our heart is warmed by how you persist, how you continue to grow, how you continue to allow God to influence and to guide you, and how through this your angel friends, your stellar friends, and many more come to assist you. You are at a turning point, my friends, a turning point of evolution, of progression, of transformation. And you will come to see this day by day as you awaken and become a part of this wondrous unfolding plan, God's intention for your world, for each soul. So it will be, my friend, so it will be. And you will all know and be joyed by the transformation of your soul, awakened in His love, awakened by the laws of love, awakened by the power of love. God bless you, my friends. I am Orion. I'm happy to speak to you today about important and certainly interesting subjects that will help you to understand the journey that you are taking. And I will return to give more information at some time soon. God bless you, my friends. My love is with you. I am with you on your journeys, as are many who are with you. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. God bless the world. May it continue to progress. God bless you, my friends.
This has been a Divine Love Sanctuary Foundation channeled message presentation. For more Divine Love messages, visit divinelovesanctuary.com.